Hello there, this is People and Event. Thank you for finding time to join us on this episode of the program. I am Glory Ekanem. Welcome. The impact of mass media on the society has engaged stakeholders on how the conventional media in the contemporary world can channel its energy on the better information for the good and development of the society. This crusade came at the annual lecture organized by the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN. Usman Aliyu is our guide on this. Take a look.
It's effective, fast and simple. Thus the new media in the developing world. But mischief minds manipulate with information capable of undermining peace and human development, especially in a society like Nigeria with diverse cultures, ethnicity and creed. The federal government takes it as a necessity to educate the Nigerian public about the dangers of news that are not real. Lai Mohammed, the Minister of Information and Culture, has been championing this cause.
We have always said that this administration would not enact any laws that will curb the freedom of the media. However, we will continue to appeal to the sense of responsibility of the media to self-regulate, otherwise they will self-destruct. As a matter of fact, the biggest victim of fake news and hate speeches will be the media itself. Because the moment the people no longer believe what the media is saying, that might be the end of the media itself. And that's why we have always been appealing to the media to please champion, partner with us in our campaign against fake news and hate speech.
A forum like this one seeks to highlight the role of conventional media in tackling fake news and hate speech, which contents circulate in the social media platforms.
The topic of this year's lecture is indeed wisely chosen. This is not a surprise at all. The brains behind this annual lecture have shown their ability to choose topics that have direct benefit for the society and relevance to the seasons.
Making this the focus of your intellectual discourse at this 2018 annual lecture is an attestation to your support to the Honorable Minister's worthy cause, as well as the unity and development of this nation.
Chief executives of various media organizations have been doing public enlightenment on effects of unverified sources of information.
And I do believe this kind of occasion, lecture, towards revamping our psyche in political understanding so that we have the desired democracy for the country.
We also provide the sieve when the social media, the fringe media, tell the stories. Will provide the sieve. Those Nigerians who want to know the truth, they go to Radio Nigeria, Voice of Nigeria or NTA.
Although fake news and hate speech are not new, but the effect in this era of globalization is more devastating.
We cannot allow ourselves to be infiltrated by fake news and hate speech, because that is not what journalism is being built on.
No, we manage information. So no fake news come into us. And we are online too, so we check and balance.
We need to begin to develop a critical culture among our children and among our students, a culture that equips them to detect falsehood and to respond appropriately.
The stakeholders here have resolved with a conviction that the survival of Nigeria depends on successful kick-out of fake news.
It is indeed very damaging to peddle fake news and hate speech, be it directed to an individual or a society. Thank you, Usman, for that report. Moving on now, Bangladesh High Commissioner to Nigeria, Mohammed Shamin Ashan, says the perceived sense of discord that exists in today's world can be addressed if nations reach out to others through cultural practices and other platforms that bind humanity together. The High Commissioner stated this at the 2018 Arts and Craft Expo Bangladesh Day, organized by the National Council for Arts and Culture. Take a look at this.
Bangladesh is a South Asian country with a population of 164.7 million people, with a GDP put at $273 billion US and a per capita income of $1,751 US. It has a foreign reserve of about $33.4 US. Bangladesh got her independence from Pakistan in 1971 after a bloody war. Its National Day is celebrated on the 26th of March every year. But at this 2018 International Arts and Craft Expo, the High Commission chose to observe its day with an array of cultural display by the Bangladesh Ministry of Cultural Affairs Troop. Bangladesh participation is born out of the cordial bilateral relations existing between the Asian country and Nigeria. The country's High Commissioner to Nigeria and Director General, National Council for Arts and Culture, Otumba Olusegun Ransomwe, believe that Bangladesh participation at the Expo has opened a window of opportunities among countries.
One of my priorities had been to strengthen bilateral relations and to identify new areas of cooperation, and I can see that there are huge potentials which largely remains untapped, unutilized. So that would be one of my priorities. I think among the potential areas, trade and commerce seems to be the most potential area. There are huge demands of ready-made garments, as you know, perhaps. Bangladesh is the second largest exporter of garments in the world after China, and there is a huge demand. I can see by the increasing demand of business visas from Nigerian business community.
We are opening a new fiesta, a new window to celebrate and showcase the strength of our country. We want to use peace, we want to use culture to sell peace, we want to use culture to bring the whole world together. We want to use culture as the content every part of the world has its own. So Nigerian is opening a platform for every part of the world to come and let's showcase our strength in terms of our culture, art and craft.
Nigeria and Bangladesh share some commonalities in the areas of culture and agriculture.
Self-sufficient in food production. Ours is a very small country with a population of under 62 million people, so we can share our best practices with Nigeria.
Culture between Nigeria and the Bangladesh almost similar. The food, see the food, I think the Nigeria the staple food is rice. It's the same. My country, the staple food is rice, wheat. Here the people they use the wheat, rice, then potato. We too use the potato.
Culture can be used to pass on positive messages that can enlighten any given people or institution. Similarly, the desire to recapture the essence of the arts and crafts industry, as well as project its wealth creation potential, is gradually being realized with the completion of another Arts and Culture Expo. The 11th edition in Abuja attracted 29 countries from 4 continents with a new initiative called the International Cultural Diplomacy for Peace. Gufan Shaji reports.
Fashion, cuisines and cultural displays provided great opportunities for effective, focused, promotional and marketing incentives for participants.
For the first time in a few years, we had a lot of countries that has come around to participate. And even our local artists within Nigeria and within the FCT, a lot of people are in attendance. And as you can see yourself, there are different innovations in different arts and crafts being exhibited so far. And relatively, the prices are quite interesting too. They're affordable.
Art Expo this year has been an exciting one. It has been an interesting one. It has been an eye-opener as well, okay? Because coming here, the goods that we brought, I don't know whether I should say we underestimated, you know, because this is only what we have left of all the things that we brought. If we had known, we would have come with a lot of other goods that we do make from our local fabrics in Ogun State.
Yeah, I've been coming for more than 5 years. I've been coming for this expo, and it's well organized. This time, the way they organized it, it was well organized. And
networking Nigerian craft to the world is what this week-long event focused on, working out strategies on how the arts and crafts sector can change the narratives of the economic diversification process through wealth creation, using culture as a veritable tool in promoting peace. The International Cultural Diplomacy for Peace was launched as a new initiative to propagate the strong desire for countries to embrace each other and live in harmony.
We were able to release the pigeons that were not enjoying any freedom before. What we are saying is that culture can give us freedom. And we had representatives of 27 countries from 4 continents of the world saying that this message is one that will go not just from Nigeria to Africa, but from Nigeria to the world. And let it be known that Nigeria is the home of peace.
Especially at this stage, when Africa needs a lot of peace.
And it tallies well with what Mr. President has been talking about. We don't set our country ablaze. We must protect the country. With that country, you're not going to have elections. And without a country, you're not going to have a people. There's not going to be peace. The peace and unity of this great country is what lure other people to come all the time. Nigeria has become a beacon of hope. Hope for prosperity, for peace, for global peace and unity, and hope for growth, for opportunities, for the youth, and for upcoming generations, so that we continue to enjoy an amalgam of one nation, one destiny. So this is the quintessential value of this occasion.
So I don't see why we would not come together and unite and be peaceful with one another as a nation and as a country.
Participating countries will not only carry the memory of the success story of the 11th edition of the Expo, but also souvenirs for their presidents. From an experienced talking drum artist was a perfect farewell for the participants.
The International Art and Craft Expo is a platform that is used to showcase Nigeria's rich cultural heritage, and it's also used to sell Nigeria's unique art and craft. Moving on now to our lovey-dovey segment. Love, they say, conquers all things, including ethnic and language barriers. Little wonder that former Miss Enomfon Ukbong proudly said I do to her secondary school mate turned sweetheart Uba Thomas Uba in holy matrimony. Let's hear from Jenny Massey, who was there for People and Events.
The colorful event brought together administrators, the military, politicians, academics, those in oil and gas, including financial institutions. In his sermon, Pastor Godwin James of the Redeemed Christian Church of God charged the couple to lay their marriage on spiritual foundation so as to receive eternal crown in heaven. A reception was later held where the couple dined and wined with the guests.
If you don't dwell with her according to understanding, your prayers will be hindered.
The couple cut their wedding cake, fed each other, played the shoe game.
Who loves rice and stew best?
And took to the dance floor.
I wish them a happy married life.
May the good Lord bless their home.
I wish them the best of life.
Wish them a very blissful married life. God's blessing upon their lives and their home.
I wish them success. I wish them joy.
They will grow old together.
Peace in their marriage.
Once again, you're welcome. I am
With
Dr.
peace, the Lord Jesus Christ, everything is possible.
I wish them a happy married life and blessings untold and unheard of, and sufferings none.
Just not to marry someone I fell in love with, but someone I've known for a long time, and my friends.
I feel good, I feel happy, elated, excited.
We wish Enomfon and Uba marital bliss. It was not just an ordinary end-of-year party. Creativity, talent, and intellectual prowess of the students of Paysetters Group of Schools was displayed in Abuja. Oyinaya Kalu Oka reports that this year's event was laced with show of love and sacrifice to the less privileged. Let's see this.
And see what God has done. He is terrible in his deeds among men, whose eyes keep watch on the nations. Let not the ignorant exalt themselves.
Your iman, your faith is never complete until you desire for your brother what you desire for yourself.
For Paysetters Group of Schools, they say the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So the event kicked off on a religious note. Then came thrilling performances by students and pupils. Impressive intellectual displays by students in different talents, science presentations and art expression with deep meanings captured the attention of the audience.
We must focus our attention on science and technology. A giant is not known by mouth, but through productivity and achievement. Of the amount of sunlight reaching the earth as it revolves around the sun. The earth, tilted on its axis, travels in a loop around the sun each year.
Okay, this is our drone. We made it out of wood, propellers, motors, transmitter, receiver, and black and red wires.
At least you can see with the presentation of what the kids are doing, it speaks a lot, it speaks volume.
In the spirit of the season, there were a lovely rendition of Christmas Carol.
Say it's the best school in the world. It has everything you need to be smart. It has everything you need to be strong. It has everything you need to be intelligent.
Is that we need this kind of event and our children too, because they are the futures of Nigeria, and more so that the impacts educationally we make on them will reflect in our society tomorrow.
Muslims, Christians have all been together. The children don't even have any difference among them.
Pesetas is a mini Nigeria, where you have all tribes and religion. We teach them love, teach them unity, we teach them oneness, togetherness, we teach them the greatness of our country.
Parents and teachers of Pesetas group of schools were not left out of the show with energetic dance steps. The most touching of all the activities was the show of love and sacrifice to the less privileged. The school took a trip to Karo Children's Home to present food items, clothing and money donated by parents and teachers.
We are here as it has always been our tradition. In the past 20 years, we've always come here, except last year. Last year, we were at IDP camp. In the past 20 years, consistent with the tradition and value of the founding fathers of Pesetas, consistent with the value my political leader.
I am highly impressed, and everybody is excited by this very, very kind gesture by these young children. And we are so impressed of the fact that they are being taught at an early age to care for others, to make charity a watchword in their lives. Later on in life, I'm sure they are going to remember this and they will follow suit.
I'm really happy. We are happy because we feel there's people outside that still care, and the way they interacted with us, we feel special and loved.
With this opportunity, at least we have a very big belief that we are able to celebrate Christmas, whether with our parents or not. So we thank Pesetas and
we're trying to distract them from all the chaos going on out there by showing love, and we encourage other children out there to remember that in whatever circumstance you find yourself, there's somebody out there that needs your love.
The icing of the cake was the competition for Mr. and Miss Pesetas. After a keenly contested competition, Dotimi Johnny emerged as Mr. Pesetas, while the granddaughter of former President Shehu Shagari, Hadiza Shagari, emerged as Miss Pesetas.
catching them young there, teaching the children how to give sacrificially. And that is our package for today. Thank you for being a part of it. Join us at the same time next week for another interesting episode. I am Glory Ekanem. Bye for now.